Well, 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 look what you have here. It's a Pokemon special. Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution. Today or tonight on Anime Journeys. With us today is Perry.
Darn it, I forgot to bring all my Pokeballs with me.
By his side, Lenny.
Yeah, that's right.
And me, I have no name.
Oh.
But the wind calls me Jalen.
Apparently, Jalen is working on his impression of the Shadow.
So tonight, Lenny will interrupt me again.
Yes, I will. I'm sorry. I thought you were doing like an impression of Zero from Code Geass. Am I off by that much?
No, I'm just trying to play it up. But I'm done playing it up. We like Pokemon. I like the first movie. They were like, we're going to make it in CG for some reason. And now we're like, what the hell is this? I'm optimistic that it will be a good movie. What about you guys?
I will probably have a couple things to say. Lenny, you can go first.
I think I'll enjoy it. I'm probably not gonna think it's as good as the original, to be honest. But I think that's just because, like, it mainly has to do with, we'll say, like, the shading. I think is inferior to like the regular one. And I think that's important for the thing from the examples I've seen, and also voice acting. Like, he's dead now, but I love the original voice actor for Mewtwo. Dude was fucking amazing, and like, you know, Dan Green does a good job replacing him. But
yeah,
wait, Dan Green voices Mewtwo
in the original movie, yes, because when they did like redistributions of it, Dan Green did the voice again when they did newer versions. So.
Okay, I was about to say, like, because when you said the original voice actor died, and I was like, wait, Dan Green's dead?
No, the original voice actor was not Dan Green. Dan Green is the replacement, and to my knowledge, he has voiced Mewtwo ever since.
Okay, I was about to say, like, what? No, Yukimoto's dead.
Yeah, no, not quite.
I will bring up that this movie will instantly not be as good as the other one, the original, because it doesn't have Brother, My Brother.
Wow, that's already minus 5 points.
The song that plays. Now, I'm just saying that it won't have it because, you know, 4Kids doesn't exist.
Right. Okay, that's fair. Granted, right. Do you think that's for better or for worse?
I think it works for the tone that 4Kids wanted. 4Kids Pokemon is one of the only things I will be like, they did a decent job on. Yeah, Jelly donuts aside.
Yeah. I think I'll use this this frying pan as a drying pan.
And then they shot Brock.
And then he was booted off the show 4 seasons later.
He still won't tell us what happened with Professor Ivy.
Some say he is still traumatized to this very day. I don't know. I almost want to see what happened, just out of morbid curiosity.
Man, we're not ready for R-rated Pokemon.
All right, so apparently the original voice actor's name was Jay Geode.
I would make a Geodude joke, but that's too easy.
Yeah, so his name is Jay Geode. He was originally credited under the name Philip Bartlett.
Was this a non-union job?
I have no idea. Also, if this NeoGaf thread is to be believed, he's also not dead.
That's a pretty big detail to miss.
I don't know. It's NeoGaf. I don't know if I should trust it. But Dan Green is
what is this conspiracy we've discovered?
Yes. Oh god.
That is surprising.
Oh shit.
But yeah, so there are actually two different like versions of the original Pokemon movie with the original voice with Jay and then the new voice with Dan Green.
So I'm assuming the theatrical cut uses Jay, and the home release probably uses
Yeah,
Dan.
and I think they did the redubbing because in this case, like Dan Green did the voice for Mewtwo in like Mewtwo Returns, and then the very few clips he was in the TV show, and then also like future releases of games. So,
Does he voice him in this one?
I don't know who he voices in this one. Let me check the cast on this. Hang on.
I would assume not.
Probably not. He just strikes back. Evolution. Right, cast. Let's see. No, that's a Japanese cast. Don't do that.
No, those are the same.
Has this movie's been dubbed, right?
Yeah, we're watching the dub, yeah.
I mean, yeah, we're watching it in English.
I'm just checking.
Yeah.
Nobody that's a normal person watches Japanese Pokemon.
That's one way of putting it.
All right, let's see. Okay, so cast. Sorry, long list. So yeah, discuss something else while I figure out who's who in this.
Control F Mewtwo.
All right. Sorry, I'm on my phone. Doesn't.
Oh, man, you have tabs.
I'll figure it out. All right. Well,
Wait,
yeah,
it's a. Oh, I've just looked at behind the voice actors. Apparently, Dan Green is listed as the voice.
for this one specifically.
Yes, for Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution.
Oh, sweet.
So my man is in here. All right. Sorry, I love Dan Green. I think he's a great voice actor.
He is.
Like, I don't care. As bad as 4Kids censorship was, I like to think that I can't hear anyone else's voice for Yugi outside of Dan Green.
That's fine.
It's sort of like Eric Stewart for Kaiba. It's like the voice works way too well.
Mm-hmm.
I think the best way to put it is that they are good dubbers, bad localizers.
Yeah.
I'll roll with that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're also not going to get that Minnesota Vikings joke.
Yep.
Wait, what?
In the original Pokemon movie for this, the original before kids dub of this movie, God Lord, they make a joke about, I didn't know there are Vikings still around, and then Ash goes, they mostly live in Minnesota.
Oh,
And I love that
I totally
especially
forgot about
because that's my state.
So a little bit of home territory representation in there.
That's right.
Not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore. So fuck this movie.
Wow, we haven't even started the movie yet, and we're already docking points.
We're off to a good start. Speaking of starting, are you gents ready to go?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, we will begin. We'll be watching this on Netflix with the English dub. We'll be going in 3, 2, 1, go.
This is going to be very weird watching this and knowing that we were like the perfect age demographic to watch this when the first movie came out.
Straight up. My mom took me to the movies to see this, and then she went out the movies and said, I'll never take you to another Pokemon movie again.
Ouch.
Oh, it's right there. Okay. Oh, hi, Butterfree.
Quick, get your camera. Take a picture.
That's not the card art.
It's a Pokemon.
It's so cute. Can't be evil.
Mew, the master of trolling in the Pokemon universe.
You know, these guys are bad at like turning around.
That's from Mew.
It must have been a shiny Mew.
Or a Mew's eyelash or something.
I was about to say,
Mew doesn't
that,
have eyelashes.
that like really tiny blue thing came off of that like bright pink thing, and also it's glowing.
Again, it must have been a shiny Mew because Mew's shiny form is blue.
Okay.
Man, a movie about Mewtwo done in association with the Pikachu project. What does that have to do with Mewtwo?
I have no idea. Dan Green, you beautiful soul.
I did it, guys. I didn't make a Paramount joke.
I was just fucking thinking that. Glad you said it. Welcome to Aperture Science.
Oh, GLaDOS, I wish you were over here dubbing this. This would have been hilarious.
I just saw a big techie thing from the ceiling. I'm like, yeah, that's GLaDOS.
Not yet.
You're still in the tube.
I love this voice, man.
I'm telling you, Dan Green's amazing.
Whoa.
Oh, okay, we're just getting right into it.
Yeah.
How did no one notice that?
It took them a second.
That's
Why are you digging your grave?
You're confusing the lad.
You're confusing technically a newborn.
Am I the only one who thinks the animations are a bit stiff?
On the sciences, yeah.
I would say more rubbery, if anything.
Well, I meant more, stilted. If
Yeah,
that makes
a little
sense.
bit.
Like, Mew looks great, but all the scientists just seem to kind of snap into place.
Give him a teddy bear. To give us the Nobel Peace Prize.
Really?
Oh no, now they can't make Muse 3, 4, and 5.
All those dittos. Sorry, GLaDOS.
Maybe I missed a line. Why is he mad?
Because-
I think he's mad because he was basically created without a purpose.
Mm-hmm. He's upset that he's a clone, technically.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. I feel like it was a little more clear in the original.
For what I remember of the original, it was mainly because I think didn't Giovanni finance the research project to clone Mew?
Yes.
Yep.
So he basically is like, "Hey, I will fund your project if you give me the Pokemon that will allow me to be the most powerful."
Yep.
Oh,
Oh, wait.
speaking of which,
Well, there you go. Well, so that hasn't changed. In this case, at least.
Yeah.
As of this point in time, yeah. Well, that's to be seen.
Well, if the stats on Stairby are anything to go by.
What? Okay.
Me.
Wait a second, I know this voice. That's Bakura.
Oh, okay, so he went from being a bandit to being some weird limey to being Giovanni. All right.
That's quite a switch.
Put on some cool armor gear things.
His pacing
okay,
is just...
Oh, there's
It's quick,
his armor.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I will admit, I always thought Mewtwo and his armor was really cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
it is nice. It's a bit more like future-y. I mean, you got to give him a DS first to get Pokemon Conquest.
Maybe I'm just riding on nostalgia, but I think I kind of like his original armor more. I'll have to
It
see
doesn't look
more.
as
Oh,
clunky.
there's the Toro scene.
Make them float.
Yeah, his armor in this one looks way more bulky.
Kind of cumbersome. Granted,
Which
not
is-
looks like he's wearing a it's like he's
but-
wearing a transformer on his back.
It's really funny because, you know, usually they make things sleeker.
Yeah. I mean, it's not inherently bad, but, you know.
I mean, they are hitting all the same beats essentially so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just seems like they're going a little bit faster.
I mean, everything seems pretty fast. I feel like there's...
I mean, they knew what they were doing.
Right.
Wait, is this?
Yeah. Beat that Onyx.
Oh, come on. You could have done better roar than that. Jesus. Okay, that looks cool.
Okay, for a second I thought that was Gary. Wait.
This should be Gary.
Yeah, he does use an Arcanine. Oh, yeah, that's definitely got to be him. He also uses Nidoking. Yeah, there he is.
Same as other Pokemon do, I guess.
I will admit, I've always felt sorry for Mewtwo.
Yeah, man. He got dealt a bad hand.
I mean, he was created artificially, treated by potentially the worst set of people right out of the gate.
Mm-hmm. Didn't have to deal with this asshole.
Yep.
Okay. This explains the armor a bit more, I think.
You are a human Pokemon.
You are a human.
And then everyone died.
Jesus. And Giovanni, how can you afford all these places blowing up? I don't know why you talked down to him when you initially proposed.
Oh
as
yeah,
being
I
like,
remember this. Yep.
like Giovanni is initially like, "Hey, we should be partners." And it's like, "Oh, hey, fuck you. You do as I say, no matter what."
He's Giovanni.
I know, but
He's
you
a
think he'd be smarter, you know?
He's a douchebag.
Yeah, but you don't run a criminal organization by being a dumb douchebag.
It's true.
I mean, this is the same man who let himself be beaten by a 10-year-old boy.
True.
Giovanni.
Yep.
Same
Giovanni.
answer as the last question. Fair enough. Damn.
Hey, that's the title of the movie.
The movie's attacking us for even having this remake made. Holy shit.
It knew.
That's too meta.
A little bit. It's almost as if the movie's self-aware.
It might be.
I mean, that was an alright intro, you know, but I felt like the pacing was a bit quick.
Of course, it's going to be quick, Lenny.
I mean, most of the people who are going to be watching this watched the original when it came out.
I mean, yeah,
but
the
title looks really dope.
The title does look dope. I just mean, like, not even pacing from, like, scene to scene. I just mean, like, how the scenes are, like, shot, you know?
There's Pikachu.
There's a little squirt. And he looks as scrawny as ever.
I mean, this makes more sense, though. It is the youngest version of Ash.
Yep. I wonder if they're going to bring back the Dawn fan fight.
They might.
I'm not using Ash's teeth when he talks.
This is new for me.
Brock looks really on Mal, though. He looks great.
He looks strange.
Yeah. Misty probably looks the most accurate to her original form.
I think him having his eyes so closed in the 3D makes him look even more shady.
I dig it. The fact they kept that is nice.
I mean, I expected them to. I'm just saying it looks shady. He looks more shady to me.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Pharaoh? Wow.
That voice.
Was that dude dressed as a pirate in the original?
I don't remember. I thought he looked more like a bounty hunter. But this is lunch, remember?
What? Thank you, Buck, for setting the record straight. Oh yeah, this is like straight up.
Oh yeah, there's the song. There's Don Fan. I always liked Don Fan. I thought he was cool.
He looks goofy, but that's fine.
I don't know. I always had a wish for even as a kid. I was like, I want to see an elephant Pokemon. And then as soon as Don Fan showed, I was like, awesome. Granted,
Kavaraja, but like Don Fan's Gen 2, right?
Yeah,
Don Fan's Gen 2, yeah.
Okay.
But no, Caparaja now in Gen 7 has sort of wait, no, Gen 7 or Gen 8? I keep forgetting now. Sword and Shield basically has sort of taken the place now of a proper elephant.
This remix is fine.
Yeah, it's all right.
I really shouldn't have came in with any expectations. I feel like I'm letting my nostalgia get the better of me.
You are.
I am.
I'm just trying to take this as it goes.
No, I mean that's what I mean. You have the right approach, Perry. I'm more thinking about when I initially watched it, as well as other stuff, and I'm feeling a distinct sense of being underwhelmed. And I don't think that's the appropriate way to approach this movie, so I'm trying to adjust as I go.
Well, it makes for a different perspective, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
I mean, if we all unanimously agreed on everything, then it wouldn't be interesting.
Right.
This probably throws all the Pokemon out.
Yep. I will admit the 3D models don't look half bad.
Yeah, the Pokemon look fine.
Yeah.
Oh, yep, I remember this bit. All right, I will admit that. Oh, jeez, Pikachu, good.
Why did he kill them?
They all die.
Jeez. No, dude. See, here's the thing: when you assume defeat, you have to be on all fours.
Now you must give Ash all of your money.
Exactly, and therefore, oh, there they are. You've been trying to do that for 20 years.
Only just a few.
Right. Oh, there's Vulpix. That's cute. He's not wrong.
I know it's not, but I was hoping that was a drawing pan reference.
I will take it if it is.
I think we all thought it. Wow.
Oh no, I remember. I remember this.
The captions just gave it away.
Okay. Okay, they're keeping the hypnotized bit. Okay, cool.
Yeah, we knew, but the fact the captions was just like Nurse Joy.
Hey, Dragonite, one of my favorites. I always loved this sucker.
It makes?
Yeah. Dragonite's always been like that.
I thought he would just say Dragonite or something.
No.
I don't fucking know. Oh.
Nope, yeah, I remember this bit.
Why did he have to spoil their lunch?
Cause he's Dragonite. He don't give no crap. Charizard's still a douche. Oh, don't worry. Give him about 3 more seasons of development for Ash to actually get competent. Then he'll start listening to him.
You think Ash got competent in 3 seasons?
Okay, mildly competent. You say that with every girl.
Good old Brock.
Almost every girl.
I mean, if he thinks that all women are beautiful, that's his thing.
He doesn't think Misty's beautiful.
Yeah, Missy's not in the strike zone. No, what if he had said no?
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah, storm time.
Oh yeah, this little gesture. I will admit it is at least cool seeing them try to recreate all these like almost semi-iconic bits from the movie.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little squirt.
He senses a disturbance in the force.
It's almost like it's me, but not me.
I'm here, but I'm also there. Let's check it out.
Maybe it's my Uncle Bob.
Maybe it's my twin brother.
Not bad looking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's good water.
It's pretty nasty looking.
Oh, that's cool. Pikachu's fur is all clumps.
Fur technology.
Wow, recreated this bit. It is kind of neat seeing like all these other different models they just made for this one scene.
Mm-hmm. That's
really
effort right there.
Yeah, just seeing the models in 3D. Wait, Wingull, that wasn't alive at this point.
Yep.
That's not till Gen 3.
The future has changed the past.
Well, technically, at this point, it's always existed, just not here.
Yeah, it's just not acknowledged at this point.
Yeah. So if she travels the sea, she's probably seen it. So
Yeah, probably. That makes more sense.
But are you a good swimmer?
Means you can't heal, moron. Oh, right, that bit.
you have a hospital run by a single person. Do you not have do you not have an army of Chansey running the Pokemon Center like always?
Look, only Nurse Joy can put them in the little thingies.
Like they're standing around. It's like I don't have a hat on. How do I?
Oh, hey, Pidgeot.
Yeah, Pidgeot.
I always liked Pidgeot. I thought it was a cool one.
One of my favorites.
Oh, there's Gyarados. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that's a cool shot.
Yeah, that was pretty nice.
Wait, you're gonna swim on a crab there?
Hey man, Kingler's reliable.
You're under arrest for being in danger.
Hey, look, Dugong. You know, we'll probably. Whoa!
You gotta fly that close to the water, buddy.
I mean,
I guess he's can't really even learn fly.
Well, it shows you. It has wings. They'll figure it out. Why did they go to your harbor in the first place if they could have flown there for free?
I mean, don't want to put their Pokemon through the effort.
It's true.
Sorry, but I believe he's on the top of a mountain, thank you.
I mean, an island across the sea.
Misty, you don't have any water Pokemon.
Ash has Lapras at this point.
Speaking of which,
That's not an actual Lapras.
I know it's not, but
But
but what? Please no.
This is very Team Rocket, though.
Oh, I know it is. I just don't like it.
this is what replaced the Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, I take it personally because of the Minnesota bit, but
And then they push Brock into the ocean.
Could you stop singing?
No.
I will admit, they gotta have strong legs in order to do this.
They do. I mean, remember that, like, boat they have, their
Oh, I
submarine
know.
is pedal power.
Yeah, wasn't it a magic cart boat?
Yes.
okay, they just have an engine too. They don't even have to pedal.
Oh, you know.
Look at those
it's-
bastards laughing.
Pedaling saves gas.
I feel like that could be a meme format. It's like when you've ridden the roller coaster 100 times and you bring your friends along for the first time.
No, it's me in the back showing Baki to you guys in the front.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit, it was Team Rocket. Who'da thunk? It's like, oh man, this person with red hair and person with blue hair and the talking Meowth had decided to help us. I wonder.
There's so many of those kinds of groups of people.
Yeah, like we've encountered the only talking Pokemon in existence. I wonder who it could be. Oh, is that a water Pokemon?
Hi, Staryu.
Man, why does this water gym leader have all these rock type Pokemon?
Yeah. Go Onyx, swim to safety.
And then Onyx just sinks.
Onyx, you surf. See, Ash, this is why you should fully evolve your team.
No,
You could have gotten there on your Blastoise.
you have Lapras.
Didn't he have it? Wasn't he? Lapras gone by this point in the story?
I actually don't remember.
No, I thought
'Cause
I thought he gave it up later.
Yeah, he did. I thought he gave it up after the Orange Islands.
Yeah.
And I thought this was before Orange Islands.
I could have sworn this was after.
I don't remember.
Because it feels like after the first movie, it was right into Johto.
You're probably right.
I'm gonna have to look at the timeline just to make sure. All right, I'm not gonna lie, that does look cool.
That was a evil looking place there.
Yep.
See, I want more shots like that in this.
Yes. And let's look at it again. Okay, yeah, that is direct recreation.
DreamWorks.
All right, now we just need a giant shield with a WB on it. We've got Paramount, we got DreamWorks, now we just need Warner Brothers.
Well, you took the scenic route.
At least she was there waiting for him. Or them. What is a nurse? What is joy?
More importantly, what is a Nurse Joy?
Who's Nurse Joy? Said Nurse Joy.
Wow, Weezing, that's impressive. Oh, is Mew gonna do the windmill bit?
It's got to.
Okay, not quite the same, but I'll take it.
It was cute, but I, again, kind of like the original shot better. A little more slapsticky.
Mm-hmm.
I would use the word playful, but that works too.
Well, I meant more the way the scene was like directed, because like he would come off the screen already sitting on the thing and then fall
Yes.
off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, added a little more to the comedic timing. God, why, I'm being so overly fucking analytical about a goddamn Pokemon movie.
This coming from the man who also did the same thing with the other Pokemon movies.
That's right. So at least I'm consistent, but I gotta chill.
You were consistently analytical.
That's right.
Also, I did a little bit of digging on the side. Apparently, the guy who voiced Bakura, Ted Lewis, also was the voice of King Dedede and Escargoon in the Kirby anime.
Damn, he was DDD and Escargoon? Good lord.
Yep. And he was the voice of Giovanni back in the original.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, back in the original Pokemon movie. So I was like, hey, they got him back.
I'm glad Pidgeot's to scale.
Also, apparently, he was the voice of Bandit Keith and Gozaboro Kaiba.
Nice.
And Tracy from Pokemon.
Damn, he was everybody.
Dude
He was
gets
just pulling
around.
like triple duty.
Pretty much.
Hey, Mew, how's it going?
At least the Pokemon are having fun.
Oh, yeah.
How? You have a Pidgey. He has a Pidgeot right behind him. How do you think he got there?
He has a 5-foot-tall bird.
See, now that actually looks like a team.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, walking Pokedex. Ash Ketchum. Also, that must be a very deep fountain for him to fit in that.
Who called me atrocious?
Hey! Oh wow, that's actually pretty decent fire effects for Rapidash.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, Brock's still as cringy as ever. Misty, do your thing, please. Yes! Thank you, Misty. I missed that bit.
Holy shit!
That reference.
Eat my famous jelly donuts.
Oh God, I'm not gonna lie. That's probably one of my favorite bits in the movie so
Oh my
far.
god!
Riding in on the background to the poster from Deus Ex.
Of course.
Yep. Oh yeah, this intro.
The greatest Pokemon trainer is a Pokemon.
Careful, there might be a xenomorph lurking here.
There's one now.
That's a cute. That's too cute for a xenomorph.
And it's a special species to trick people into lowering their guard.
I will say it's at least kind of cool to see how expressive Meowth is in this version.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, they even got that bit right.
Is it me or is Ash's eyes too far apart?
Just a little.
Yeah, just a wee bit.
Oh, his name is Fergus.
Mewtwo don't give a crap.
Oh no. Damn.
At least he landed back in the water. Okay, I know this is gonna sound really weird, but did they make Jessie thicker in this version?
Her hips are definitely more pronounced. Yes.
Yep.
She's been doing some squats.
Jesse doing any kind of workout.
Wait, did Mewtwo already steal the Pokemon?
And remember, he
No.
had these cloned already.
Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot about that bit. Okay. Hop off to the side.
He's too scared.
See, that's what I mean. Like, look at that.
I'm trying not to.
It's kind of hard not to notice.
I mean, you're not the
Yes, but
only
there's
Meowth
many
in
more.
existence. Like how it's just the jungle. They don't tell us what jungle it is or what.
You know, the jungle.
To be
The
fair,
only
they did
jungle
this-
in Pokemon.
To be fair, they said they did about as much as explanation in the original.
Oh no, yeah, I'm just making fun. Oh, Pikachu, you tried.
You know, as much crap as I give Ash, I will give him credit in the fact that he will put himself on the line for his Pokemon.
Yeah, that's what makes Ash Ash, in my opinion.
Yeah. Just
Wait,
grab a Master
what's-
Ball, jeez. Yep, there's this bit. Wait, is he gonna poke his hand? Oh man, sorry. Little detail I wish I could see.
Yep, me too. It was a nice touch. They didn't do it.
I do like the fact that they at least give every Pokemon at least different textures to their skin.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's the whole point. That's the whole reason why you brought them here, so they can try and fail.
Yep.
We try and fail, but we will die trying. I wonder if they're gonna bring up the whole nicknames bit.
I don't think they have. Because I thought they did that in the intro.
Well,
But
okay.
What? Okay.
it just said in Blastoise clone.
Well, yeah,
As if we didn't understand.
that's goofy.
Okay, that was
Oh,
just
he-
Venu.
That makes more sense.
No, that's Growl.
I mean, that's what Charizard does.
I would say Blastoise clone.
That was really weird.
Yep. That was mute.
Clone.
Oh, is the Blastoise the only one that knows it's a clone? And we know that much.
Hey, there's the stadium.
Okay, see, that was a nice shot.
Brock, what did you expect?
Oh, okay.
There.
Yeah, they are.
They are bringing up the nicknames. Ash, you know how it goes at this point. Charizard doesn't listen to you. Case and point.
Nemesis.
Do it.
Okay, I will admit. Do you guys see that bit where his throat was inflating a little bit?
Yeah, that was awesome.
That's a cool little touch. I like that.
Yep.
Dumbledore, what are you doing in there? Sorry, I just noticed the water spiral. Thank you.
Your Pikachu is bad because it listens to you. Your Charizard is bad because it doesn't listen to you.
Oh, okay. He's hypocritical.
Yeah.
The probably guy standing right. Come on, Mewtwo.
Okay, that actually looked like it hurt. Wait. I don't remember that.
I thought he
Must have
used a solar beam.
Yeah.
They must have retroactively added that.
Hmm.
Yeah, that definitely didn't exist then. All right, that's a pretty cool effect.
Oh shit.
Ouch. Okay, small thing, but I actually kind of like the fact that his nickname is a little more comprehensible this time around. Because I will admit, in the first time I watched the movie, I couldn't understand what his name was.
Oh, okay. I didn't know Blastoise was E Honda.
Apparently, in this game. Oh, hey, he even left a dent into the door.
That's a nice detail.
Sorry, I'm just trying to appreciate all the little details they're putting into this.
Ash, the master strategist here.
You know what? I'm not going to even say it.
Yeah, this is definitely a fight that would benefit from 3D.
Oh yeah. It actually kind of makes me wonder. I was like, what would this look like if you were watching it in 3D? Yeah, Charizard's never been known for being fast.
I thought he meant make it quick. And now no one knows what's going on.
The guy's just standing there, so like, so
Yeah,
how
they're
you
just gonna
guys
stand
doing?
there awkwardly, wait for them to come back.
Yeah, like, how's your Pokemon? Joger's dead. That's nice.
Oh, hey, is this seismic toss?
Yep.
Mhm.
There it is.
He was
Worked already?
already using it.
He just wanted to rub it in. I'm okay. I'm not okay.
How's that speed going for you, Ash?
Well, he lost fast. Ah, yes, the creepy balls.
Ah, this Pokemon is weak and inferior to my own. Ah, I guess I'll take it. Oh no.
They don't deserve freedom.
Misty.
And then he was drawn and quartered. Yikes. Put them back in their balls.
That doesn't work.
I want to see him try, so then they know it doesn't work.
Damn, that tentacle is just like, yeah.
What?
Like he did.
Really? Okay, at least they're trying
no.
to fight off.
It did not say that. Whoever is subtitling this is a fucking idiot. There's no way. It just said Rapidash. I refuse to believe that. That was stupid.
Okay, even as a kid, I thought this bit was stupid just because, like, you put the back in the balls.
But that doesn't work.
Even if it doesn't work, it's astounding they didn't think of it sooner.
That's true. But I'm like, the movie instantly goes like it wasn't worth trying.
Okay, yeah, there we go. Yep, yeah, okay, you're right. I did forget this bit.
Yep.
Because they take the Pokeballs. God damn.
Mewtwo's got like god level cheat codes.
Yep.
Ah, yes. The evil Pokeballs cannot detect Pokemon in a bag.
Yep.
And nothing of value was lost.
Hey, man. You don't got to tell the truth.
No.
You can't go around Like, you gotta just, like, impact his spine the whole time.
I mean, he could have just stayed there. They weren't going in any other direction.
Anything is possible, except for light electrical damage. That is not possible.
It short circuits them. If
I
only
remember-
everyone else had at least one Pokemon, electric Pokemon.
That was a good shot as well. They're doing a good job recreating this segment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm honestly kind of surprised at how much of this movie I actually remember. Considering I literally have not watched this in like at least 15 to 20 years.
Oh, you've only seen it the first time?
I did remember watching it when it came out on like VHS and stuff like that, but I never made it a habit of watching it that often.
Mm-hmm. The last time I watched this is when they showed it on Twitch.
If anything, it's a testament to how iconic the like imagery is in the movie. If you can remember it,
that is true.
I do remember the first 3 movies very vividly, at least. It's a good thing there's water in that pool, because otherwise Ash would have just died.
And then Ash was dead. The end.
Ash went splat.
Yeah, use that baseball training.
Oh, they did the thing. That's not a Pokemon. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of reminded me of that bit for, I think it was like a meme or someone. It's like, it's someone who automatically assume like Pokemon is Pikachu, and it turns out Clefairy, he just goes, ah!
Yeah. You did it.
You did the thing.
you walked away from some robot arms, so now these psychically controlled Pokeballs are inert.
I mean, it did what it was supposed to do.
Mm. Aw.
That's adorable. You know, this is a small thing, but I wonder how fat it would look with a Snorlax in it.
Oh god. How about a Wailord in there?
Oh, Jesus. You definitely need some, like, extra heavy duty.
Wait a minute. Where's the Gyarados in this one?
Oh, yeah.
We know it fights, so where's it? I want to know.
It's got to be in here somewhere.
They probably were smart enough to not show it.
Okay, how many Pokemon do these people bring along? Like
Their whole team.
Well, they have to have at least 6 each.
Right,
so
I'm thinking
there's
there's 3 of them, 3
so
for
like
each
there's
of them.
Yeah, so there's 5 trainers. Well, they said 5 trainers in that case. Didn't Mewtwo say like the 5 trainers that show up?
No,
there's
there's
6.
6.
Oh, there's 6 trainers. So 6 trainers with 6 Pokemon each. That's 6 times 6, 36. Yeah. So that's 36 Pokemon in total. Tentacle seems very interested in Jesse and James.
Oh god.
Sorry, had to say it. I just had the weirdest dream. I'm here too.
At least they're all healed.
They are?
Yeah.
And they seem to be in good condition.
I don't remember them being hurt.
Specifically Charizard.
Oh, yeah, he's fine.
I mean, he did get slammed to the ground from like what, 1,000 feet in the air.
Yep.
Maybe more than that. At least he gave him an out. Without your Pokemon.
All right, what song did they replace, Brother with?
It's just like how they're like walking in single file.
Mm.
Okay. Not gonna lie. I kind of think the original version is a little bit more bad. Oh, wait, never mind. They're doing the bit. Okay, never mind. Scratch that.
You spoke a bit too soon.
Yeah, I did.
Meanwhile,
I still
Gondor
think-
calls for aid.
It's not a bad recreation of that scene. I will say I do prefer the original version of that scene just because of some of the lighting, but not bad.
You just met some of these Pokemon.
Ash.
Did Ash try to punch his dick?
You two don't have a penis.
Oh my god.
Yep, there it is.
The bubble.
Oh, now you show up.
He's
I mean,
always been here.
Okay, now you decide to help. It's mine now.
There are many like
That's
it, but this one is mine. Yep. Kamehameha.
Mew is such a troll.
Why
I
do you
love it.
attack me?
Mew is the
Pretty bad
Obi-Wan
at
Kenobi
attacking.
of Pokemon. You choose like, am I supposed to care?
He's like, but does it really matter?
Exactly. I don't think he cares.
Chill with the shadow balls, man. Yeah, camera work.
I'm glad at least they're taking advantage of this.
I mean, it'd be dumb if they didn't.
Yep. Shadow Wall went kaboom. Oop.
Right back
And
at you.
then Mewtwo went kaboom. Of the cards.
Hey, man. Pokemon trading card game.
Sorry, had to say it because Dan Green. Yeah, you kind of do.
Yeah, just beat them up with your fists.
Because headbutt is not a move. Apparently.
Look at Gyarados, just like, I'm coming too, guys.
Let me just slither along.
All the trainers are just like, what do we do?
Just stare.
Okay, small thing, but I like the fact they're trying to do this in one continuous shot.
Yeah, that's nice.
I never noticed this before, but Pidgeot's just fat.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's
Yeah.
like a pigeon thing.
He a fat bird. Yep, there it is. Okay, I will admit, I always kind of wondered about this bit. When you have a Pokemon like Seadra or Dugong fighting on land, how does that look?
They wrestle.
Awkwardly.
Oh, look at that. There you go.
It doesn't have to be this way.
Pokemon shouldn't fight. Not like this.
Oh, God.
Great little addition there. I always like that.
It's like, what do you mean? This is arguably a lot more tame than what we normally put them through.
Hmm.
If they're gonna fight, we should be the ones telling them to fight.
Yeah, and also lighting them on fire.
Oh no, my Pikachu got slightly bumped.
Okay,
Oh,
that would probably
shit.
hurt. That actually would hurt much more.
That Charizard is
Pikachu,
dead.
You got quick attacked, alright? Lower your fucking shit.
Hey, they even put Nidoqueen skills on.
And
Oh, they even put a little sheen or dents in Scyther's blade.
Mm-hmm.
down you go. Okay, that looks cool.
No, duh, Sherlock.
I feel like they just said the same thing like 3 times.
At least they didn't say the line I just said.
Okay, other small detail. Nice addition adding in the shine on Meowth's coin on his head.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I guess none of them could have resolved it this way.
Yes, but Meowth is a cat.
You want to put that theory to the test?
No.
Huh? Oh, never mind.
I always liked how angry the Pikachu was.
Yeah.
It was just born upset. Like several minutes ago.
It was angry.
It's like, it's your fault this happened. What did I do? I'll make you
Exist.
pay. And spine.
Ow.
And then Ash died.
And then Ash lost his spine.
Yep.
Also, small detail. I like the fact they're adding like dirts and scuffles to his clothes.
Look how fucking bruised Pikachu is, man.
Fight me.
Oh, here's that bit.
Who was this stadium seating for?
I think he just made one just to the T. Just to be like, yeah, humans, I hate them.
Maybe he expected more trainers to show up.
Yeah, he definitely did.
Stick the landing.
A grace of a cat, thy name is not Ash. That's usually how nature works.
So, Pokemon battle.
No, the difference is Pokemon battle in Pokemon battles with a sense of sportsmanship.
Alright, I do like the fact that actually has some impact.
Some, it had a lot.
Whoa.
Oh.
Well, damn.
It appears we are at a stalemate.
Every single one's at stalemate. And nobody's dead. What a tragedy.
Looks like those superior Pokemon aren't so superior after all.
All they had to do was do physical attacks and win. They couldn't do it.
Ash. You like, did I make a goof?
Yeah, it was a big goof. Granted, this man ran into a
Full
basically
on
what?
psychic barrage.
Yeah,
And it turned him into stone. Because yeah.
and he couldn't die.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm like, I'm not gonna excuse it because the original did exactly this. And you're right. It's a kid's movie. It's fucking Pokemon psychic powers and shit. I don't know.
Joke's on you, Pikachu. Ash is now ground type.
R.I.P. Ash, forever 10 years old.
Here it comes.
Damn, those tears are awesome.
I'm not gonna lie, they're actually doing this pretty effectively.
Mm-hmm. Man, fuck these goddamn closed captions.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't have done this with the captions on.
It's funnier that way. You got a few good laughs.
Also, correct me if I'm wrong, but in the original, didn't they play music over this scene?
Yes.
Yep. And again, the previous scene, like Jalen mentioned, didn't have "Brother, My Brother." It's just as is. And that one really actually worked me up as a kid. Because like I immediately got it's like, oh, they should be friends, but they're fighting. Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Nurse Joy's like, I've seen some BS before, but this is ridiculous.
When Pokemon cry, they can bring back the stone.
They're the bane of potheads everywhere. Okay, this I will admit looks legitimately good.
Yeah, very impressive.
Son's just like, oh shoot, I need to get up. Oh yeah, I forgot Togepi was in there.
Togepi was saved through brutality.
Yep. Everyone's just like, yeah, can we all just agree this was stupid? Yep.
Hey man, you're pretty cool. Yeah, I am pretty cool, but you're cool too.
We are pretty cool.
Why did I want to fight you? I thought I was better than you. You
Oh,
you were just
yeah.
born. Yeah. Now there's a shot.
It's nice to see they actually recreated that line verbatim.
It's
It is a
too
good line.
iconic to change.
It's so
I know.
good.
I'm just trying to give credit where credit's due.
They quoted it on fucking Daily Show. It was great.
Whee! Charizard's like, boy, I can fly. I don't need this.
But Tentacool might like this experience.
Gyarados used fly.
Which is weird considering that it is flying type.
Fucking
Oh,
floating, levitating ass Psyduck.
I will admit, I always kind of wish that if Rapidash ever had a third evolution, it would turn into a flaming Pegasus.
That'd be
That would
nice.
look really cool.
Gonna live in the mountains. Why?
Continuity.
We have to make the movie not matter.
We have to make it canon, but also non-canon. So therefore, until the next movie, where we're just hiding out in a mountain and base, and I'm still confused about life, and Team Rocket shows up, everything is resolved. so goodbye. Also, I have enough psychic powers to completely destroy this place and teleport you away and wipe your memories at the same time. Thank you very much.
Strongest Pokemon.
I just need to flex.
Yeah.
They're arrested by Officer Jenny because, they went out in the storm.
Wait, correction. They apparently time traveled. I'm not gonna lie, I thought she was wearing pajamas for a second.
Yeah,
It looks like it.
it's a cute raincoat though.
You could say that again.
Oh God.
That's not an adequate answer, Misty.
Detail the reflection of the clouds.
No, the hurricane ended early, so I guess they don't need to go to the Pokemon Center.
Nope.
Or right now, because the storm is clear.
Well, maybe all the ships went home.
To where there was a storm.
Misty is
Yeah,
blind.
You got pretty sharp eyes, Ash.
I get
You
why
did see
Brock
that
didn't
ho-ho.
see it, but like Misty's, it should be fine.
What, you mean Ho-Oh?
Yeah.
Then you
Okay.
never did.
Well, no. In the recent show, apparently no one believes that he actually saw it.
Well, considering he didn't catch it or run into it since then, I'd say they're on the money.
Yeah. So one of his goals in the new show is to try to see Ho-Ho again.
I can see that.
Yeah. No. Right.
I'm guessing they're going to use this as a way to jump off and recreate the other ones.
Maybe. I'd rather see a new movie in this style.
I think so too.
They're left on the island.
Poor guys.
Well,
They-
Lazing, looks like you have to swim them back to shore again.
They died of heat stroke and dehydration. The because like, and I'm not trying to be like super cynical, but I'm thinking the character models and stuff in this was really good.
Hmm.
I feel like they could only justify the cost for that if they're going to reuse them for future movies.
For an original movie.
For recreations of 2 and 3 and the rest.
For an original movie.
I know
Go to
that's
so far. I know.
that-
I think they would only go so far as to 2 and 3, maybe 4, but I doubt it.
I know an original
yeah.
movie would be a good idea, Jalen. But they're trying to ride the nostalgia wave with this.
Look, this can only work maybe two times max.
Like, here's the
Yeah,
thing. I like
And
this
then-
one. Like, as far as, like, I like 1, I like 2. I really like 3. So, if they're going to recreate 3, any of the reservations I have for giving it, like, the benefit of a doubt are just gone out the window for that one. That is the one I've seen the most. I am not joking. Like, this, I'll say this. This was good. Alright? I don't know what you guys
Yeah.
thought. I thought it was good.
Yeah, it was fine.
I thought it was perfectly harmless.
Yeah, I think you had the most fun watching the movie.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I figured it was when we started this. Like, look, I didn't know how much of this movie I was actually going to remember while watching it.
Hmm.
But as soon as the scene popped up, I was like, oh yeah, I do remember this scene. And I was just trying to appreciate the fact it's like, okay, don't try to judge this as it's like, oh, well, it is ripping off the original, and it is a beat for beat recreation of the original.
Hmm.
Just try to appreciate what they're trying to do and recreating a movie in 3D. And so that's pretty much what I was doing the entire time. That's why I was trying to point out the little details that they were doing with each of the character models, or little scenes or references they were throwing in. I was like, oh, okay, I can see what they're doing. Because regardless of the fact that they are recreating a movie we've already seen before, they still technically have to remake the entire movie from the scratch.
Yeah.
It's not like they're taking the cells of they're just using the animation cells as a reference point.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not mad this movie exists. Do I think it's better than the original? I'd say it's like, you know what? It's kind of give and take. I like some framing and shots from the original more. I like some in this one more. It's just kind of pick your poison.
So this movie is like hilarious because in the grand scheme of things, it is actually embodying the theme of the movie by being a clone of the original movie.
Yeah, it is insanely ironic in that sense.
That's an interesting spin on it, Jalen.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Too bad the second and third movie don't share those themes and won't get that excuse. Sorry, that was really mean-spirited.
I mean, my expectations were in the right spot. I knew exactly what this movie was going to be. It did not disappoint.
I don't think I was disappointed because I went in with low expectations. I'd say it about met them. I don't dislike this movie. I'll say I just am underwhelmed. You know, I was ready and willing to be like impressed with some of the stuff, and I felt like a lot of stuff as far as the changes like fell flat or just were not to me as striking as some of the elements from the original.
Fair enough.
You know, but I'm going into it again like from that nostalgia point, so
no, this is new.
Maybe a setup for Mewtwo Returns.
Mewtwo Returns is not worth recreating in 3D though.
If they make enough changes, you know.
I guess.
Yeah, that's
there's the mountains.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I mean, they could actually.
They are setting it up.
So I actually wouldn't mind that many changes for something like this, because like, to be frank, Mewtwo Returns is not like amazing, you know.
Yep.
It's good.
It's okay.
Yeah. So the fact that it's okay means that you have some wiggle room for some things you can do to actually improve it, because it's not like an iconic classic, you know.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough, homie.
Yeah,
that is true.
I mean, I could argue the same thing for the second movie, you know. Like, I wouldn't mind a few changes to the second movie if they were to do some stuff.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So long as they keep the reference of Slow King needing pants, I'm okay with it.
That has to stay.
But no, honestly, like I said, I feel like this movie is harmless. There's nothing. I kind of have a similar feeling to this as similar in the sense of like, I don't feel like there's anything in here that was insulting to fans of the original or fans who grew up with the original. I had the same thing when I watched Sonic, because while it is recreating some scenes and referencing some things, while it is Sonic was not a direct recreation of the game at all, there was nothing in that movie or this movie that I felt like was insulting to either of their original counterparts.
Okay.
Yeah. I can get behind that. You know, like I would say it's harmless too. Is just, and maybe it's just because of the fact they're doing a recreation instead of original thing. I just found some of the pacing, the direction, and cinematography most of the time to be pretty lazy. Like, they did actually do some good unique shots with some, like, say, the aerial battles, you know? I think that is where it shined, is when they took stuff that was, for lack of a better word, not feasible for the stuff they had. Like, rotating aerial battle shots was something that would be much harder for them to do back in the original production.
That would have a considerably higher budget.
Yeah, so the fact they did that, and this is like, okay, cool, you're using your dynamic camera to your advantage. But I'll say that was something I mentioned with, like, cinematography, is the camera barely stood still for most of this movie. Like, most shots, and I was like, look at this, most shots were like tracking shots or panning shots, and they never just like sat still and framed something. They're like, no, it's 3D, everything has to move, and it just felt a little like there wasn't room to settle from a visual standpoint, you know. However, they did actually get better at this in certain scenes. They had some really good static shots during, like, Ash's quote-unquote death scene, you know. Like, those ones, they actually had some restraint for that, and I'm like, so they do know what's up.
They just didn't do it. They saved it all for when it needed it the most.
Yep.
Yeah, I honestly, but I'm going to play devil's advocate, Lenny, but it's saying, like, look, if they did hold still and basically just recreate the whole thing shot for shot and not do those camera tracking and panning shots, we would likely be more critical of the movie. We're saying you try to recreate this all in 3D. Why didn't you try to showcase it more by, like, throwing the camera around or
I'll be the angel's advocate. You don't have to do shot for shot. He just asked for better framing on stills.
Well, I understand that. I'm just again, I'm playing devil's advocate here.
Yeah. I'd say for an in-between of that's like, you're both correct. I would say I wasn't necessarily saying they had to do the same shots as the original as much as just still shots, I think, would help make it feel better directed. Or even just maybe some slower framing, because, like, as an example, and this isn't like me trying to sit in the director's chair, but, like, when Giovanni shows up, he just kind of, like, snaps and he's immediately there. And if I were in that scene, I would have had something like, say, Mewtwo standing there amidst the rubble, wondering what's going on and, like, thinking to himself. And then you hear Giovanni, and then it pans to the side and you see Giovanni was standing behind Mewtwo. You know? And I think that would be a better introduction as opposed to a snap cut to showing him standing there. It just felt very abrupt. Like, it just blew up. Giovanni just somehow teleported out of his helicopter in a second. Whereas the panning shot implies he just arrived unbeknownst to Mewtwo. And that's a very, very minor thing. Like, that shot versus, like, what I'm describing, that doesn't make or break the movie. But I feel like most of the shots they had in this movie had that same formula, in that they just wanted to show you what they wanted to show you, and there wasn't more thought or consideration to the pacing of the storytelling with the cinematography. And once again, to reiterate, I am being very overly analytical for a Pokemon movie.
I mean, at least I do agree you're being a little over analytical, but I don't blame you for being so.
I mean, he's not wrong. I mean, an artistic flair would have been nice. Like, it would have been nice.
My only thing with this, and again, it's just tying back to it, is that there were several shots that had, we'll say, this kind of patience for that visual storytelling in the original movie. So, like, I wouldn't ask of something like this and say, Always Sunny in Philadelphia, alright? It's not about that. But this Pokemon has demonstrated it's capable of it. And so I keep that as an expectation for, you know, for something of that caliber. And so it's not the end of the world that it doesn't do that, you know, but yeah, I had another point I was gonna make. I'm just blanking on it super fucking hard. Let me try and regather it while you guys talk about the movie.
See, unfortunately, I'm the only one who a mundane opinion about it. It looked nice. It was a remake of the original movie. It did what it did. It's okay.
Yeah, I don't really have a problem with the movie overall. Like I said, I just think it's perfectly harmless. I will say it is at least interesting to see how considering, let's just say in an alternate universe, this
Mhm.
would have been our first, if this was the original, and in some bizarro universe we would have seen a 2D version of this as the remake. I'm curious to see how that would have affected our perception of this movie. So basically, what would happen if the roles were reversed?
Yeah.
We'd have the
I'm
exact same
wondering,
conversation.
probably, but that's the part of it that I find this interesting. Where I was like, you know what? Maybe it's. I don't think it's. Hold on. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Like I don't think there's. I don't think there's anything innately wrong with this movie. I don't think there's anything insulting about it either. And I do like the effort to try at least add some more detail or little bits and pieces in where there wasn't any before. I mean, you even mentioned it yourself, Lenny, with little bits of the rain, like how Pikachu's fur was getting wet. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, that's great. The fact that they're acknowledging that, and the fact that they were able to recreate so many scenes, pretty much shot for shot, and add those details in ever so subtly, it was nice. I just don't. I personally don't see a point. If there is a whole lot of negative reception towards this movie, I'm assuming that there is.
I doubt it.
I will
I
look.
just I don't know. I don't know what the reception is because I haven't heard squat for this movie since it came out. But even if there
Ooh.
is negative, oh yikes!
Ooh boy. That is, for those of you at home, 43% critic rating and 46% audience rating.
Wait, what?
Yeah, look at the screen.
I'm looking at the screen. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn. Did they hate it because it was exactly the same?
See, here's my thing, and I'm going to kind of point to this as well, because I'll acknowledge your point, Perry, in that if it was a shot-for-shot remake and it was just 3D character models, I simultaneously may have liked it more, but also criticized it for not having any originality, given that it's a new format. You know? Like, one change I
Right.
liked, it's very, very minor. I like that they mentioned Wingull, in the sense of, like, you acknowledge that future Pokemon generations exist, just not in this region.
Mhm.
You know? And it's not even, like, super detached, you know? It's not like, oh, Gen 8. They didn't, like, shove in Gen 8 for no reason. So, that is good. There's one thing, and it's very, very minor, but I would have loved if they had done this. This is not a criticism of the movie, just wish fulfillment. I wish they would have included the deleted scene of Mewtwo's, like, gestation.
Oh,
You mean
okay.
you mean his whole origin about what was it, Dr. Fuji's daughter or something?
Yes, because he was gestating with his daughter as well as the starters. In this case, he was also gestating with a a Charmander and a Bulbasaur and Squirtle.
Mhm.
And then they slowly disappeared one by one because they were failed experiments.
Didn't they do that at the beginning of Mewtwo Returns?
No.
I don't remember it,
could've-
so.
I could have sworn they put that at the beginning of Mewtwo Returns.
No, they may have included it as a deleted scene on the DVD for Mewtwo Returns, but it was not like the
Okay,
beginning of
well, in that sense, yes, I do agree with that because I do think that was actually one of my favorite scenes or sequences in the entire movie.
Because, like, thinking aloud about it, because I'm looking at that from the original, I'm like, that would give a better kind of context for why he's so angry at humans.
Mhm.
You know? Because, like, in both iterations, it's relatively flimsy. I feel like it was less developed in this, not enough to make it, like, worse, you know, but
But that's
it's-
probably a product of the pacing.
yeah, I'd say so. And I guess that's the only thing I'd say. If I had to be more fair to the movie, I think the only thing I would change is maybe a little bit better pacing. Like, some scenes were a little more quick and some scenes were a little more slow than I would have liked. So if they would have taken both of them and lengthened the quick ones and shortened the overly long ones, then you probably could have had similar pacing to the original. But granted, the whole movie's very, very quick, and, I think they're also trying to realize in this case that they are also trying to appeal to kids still. Because this movie is still technically a kid's movie. Like, they're not just making it for us who had seen the original. They're also trying to remember, oh yeah, kids are into Pokemon and they'd see this, and so like some things can be a bit more on the nose, and that's okay with this kind of movie.
Yeah. Like, I just thinking about this now, my second cousin is also really into Pokemon. And so much so that she sometimes refers to me, since she knows I grew up with it when it first started. It's like one of the few things that she and I can actually bond over. So I can understand, it's like, yeah, this would exactly be something that she would see, or something around her age. Because, hell, I was probably the same age when I first saw this movie.
Yeah.
Actually, when did the original movie? Mewtwo Strikes Back came out in 1999, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it would have been. Yeah, literally 20 years ago.
Yeah, that was the whole point of making the movie.
Yeah. Sorry, I was like, no, she's 8. So no, she's 8 now. So yeah, literally 20 years later. Okay.
That's because that's why the second one was called 2000, because it came out in 2000.
Oh yeah, Pokemon the movie 2000. That's right.
They skipped a lot of numbers to get to that one.
Yeah. Wait, hold. Wait, no, Pokemon the movie 2000 is the Power of One.
Pokemon the movie 2000 is the second movie.
Yeah, I know. Oh, sorry, I thought for a second Lenny was saying that that Mewtwo Strikes Back, the original, was called Pokemon the movie 2000.
No, I'm saying the one after that was 2000. Therefore, the first one had to come out in 99.
No, I understand. That's me being dumb. I apologize.
Nah, that's good, but
also, I'm looking at the Rotten Tomatoes for Pokemon the movie 2000. It's not a 19% on Rotten Tomatoes.
What?
I'm not kidding. Look it up.
All right. Pokemon.
Okay, audience members are a little bit more lenient then.
Okay, hang on. Let's look at Mewtwo Returns while we're at it.
All right.
Wait, 97? Are you on crack? When did that get released if that was in 99?
Rotten Tomatoes is high.
No, it probably came out in 97 in Japan. Probably came out in 98 in America.
Ooh, look at that. Yeah.
Ouch.
19%.
69 critics.
Yeah. And 56%. Wow. I had no idea. Then,
makes me wonder what the third movie's at. Oh, 0%.
No, sorry. This is Mewtwo Returns. So
yeah, I know.
0% critic score for Mewtwo Returns, but 60% for Mewtwo Returns. That's good. And then bada bing, my boy. Let's do it. Fuck.
Yeah, Entei's debut doesn't fare that much better either.
21% critics, 53% audience score.
Mm.
So, which is less than goddamn 2. How is that possible?
And and less than Mewtwo Returns.
Yeah, granted that has less ratings, but still, that's so much less. Why? Okay, well, hang on. Let me just check this. Let's check the original movie. I didn't check that. Yeah, Pokemon the first movie.
Mewtwo versus Mew.
Look, they gave it a 15% for critics.
That's funny.
Do you see that? So they liked 3 more, but audiences liked 1 more. I don't know how I feel about this.
That's funny.
I don't want to I don't want to agree with that 6% of critics that like the movie 3 more. Because I like 3 more, but I don't want to agree with the critics.
But Lenny, the critics' opinions don't matter.
I know, but I know they don't matter, but that's usually to say that the critics are wrong. And here we are.
It's a very strange scenario.
So
I mean, granted, we were. Oh, and granted, I was 8 years old when this thing first came out, and you guys were all like, what, 3 or so years younger than me?
yeah,
I'm I forgot how old you are.
28.
Yeah, I'm 2 years younger than you.
yeah.
Okay, so you would have been 6 at the time.
I'd have been 5.
Good lord.
As tiny. Then I saw Pokemon 3, the movie, when I was 7, and I cried at the end. My parents did not understand why I was crying at all.
Like, it's not like the kid's dead.
Well, here's the thing. I was crying because I didn't understand the end of the movie until a second viewing. Do you guys remember the end of the third movie?
I do remember Entei dies, technically.
Do you remember, Jalen?
Nope.
Have you seen it?
Once.
Okay, I just don't want to spoil it if you hadn't seen it, but... Okay, so... In my 7-year-old mind, alright, Entei died, right? But, he wasn't really dying. Entei's body dissolved because the wish was fading away. And the wish, in this case, was for Molly to get her dad back. So, since Entei was gone, the dad didn't need to be there to fulfill the wish anymore, so they plopped the dad back out in the ruins of Alf. And here's the thing. Entei dying had me crying so hard that I was like actually just like tearing up and I couldn't see the screen or anything, and I was just like bawling. And so I didn't see that part. I didn't see the part where the dad like came back to life and got to like reunite with the kid and everything. So when the movie's over, I'm like, Entei is dead, oh no! And then like all the characters are happy because it resolved well, and I'm like, why are you happy? Entei died. And I'm trying to explain this to my parents, who either didn't pay attention or paid attention enough to know that he didn't die. And so it's like, oh, okay, they're there, I guess.
Oh man, looking back on it, it's kind of interesting to see that we were all emotionally invested in this when our parents probably was like, oh god, gotta put up with this nonsense.
Yep.
Granted, I don't know how many kids got this experience, but my parents actually went with me to all three of the first ones.
Same here.
I only got to see the first one in theaters.
Yeah, I will admit, I feel kind of guilty in hindsight making my parents go with me to those.
I do for the second one, not for the third one, the first one. First one was fun. Like, my parents liked the first one. And my parents didn't get the third one, but the third one's great, so I don't care. Yeah.
No, I just felt awkward. I just felt awkward thinking about it in hindsight. It's like I know I shouldn't. It's like, well, I was a kid. What do you expect? But at the same time, it's like I didn't want to bring them to a movie that I thought would bore them or I thought would annoy them. It just feels awkward thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
especially the third one, because I mean, granted, I like the third one, and I just like the first three in general. But thinking about it in hindsight, like, maybe it's best if I don't bring them along to stuff like this, or I don't go to a movie that involves specifically something that caters to my interests alone. It's kind of the reason. Thank God I didn't make them go see the Yu-Gi-Oh movie with me. That would have been extremely awkward.
That would have been. I think they would have been a bit more lost with that one.
Yeah, because I would have had to explain so much crap. I was like, okay, so there's this guy. He's a spirit. He lives in this giant little upside down pyramid. It's basically a necklace around this other guy who looks like him, but he's not. Again,
he's not
this
a
is
midget, but he kind of is.
He's
He gets taller.
He's just a small person. He's just a small teenager who hasn't hit puberty yet.
Also, people resolve conflicts with card games.
Mm-hmm.
All of them.
Who gets the next tomato?
Exists in this universe.
Card game.
They're all invisible.
People make careers off of this. People have fortunes based off of this.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, it's true with Kaiba and Pegasus.
This guy spent millions of dollars to make holograms just for the sake of playing better at card games.
To be fair, we've been wishing for that ever since the game was first announced or shown.
Yes, but it's not like he had this technology able to be like used like universally for everything. Because like people still have regular computers and like regular phones and like regular billboards and regular movies, so he just has hologram technology, and they decide to literally never use it ever except for these like portable, like later on portable holographic devices for card games.
This actually does make me raise the question: have both of you?
What?
I'm gonna need you to say that again.
Have you seen Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark Side of Dimensions?
No.
No.
Okay, because that's actually good.
Is that on our list now?
Well, we don't have to do it now because it came out a while ago, and so there's no real rush to do it. I'm just saying. Let me put it this way: most movies or most continuations of something, when a series is already done, usually end up shooting themselves in the foot. This is one of the few exceptions where they acknowledge the ending did happen, but this is just the natural extension of what happens next. And it actually kind of makes sense as to why the plot of place.
Right.
And I can't explain. Do you want me to just sum up, or just give a summary of what is the premise of the movie?
If you want to, yes.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so Dark Side of Dimensions takes place after the end of Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 5, the series finale on that. Now, you guys know what happens at the end of Season 5, right?
I might.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
It's already been. I've been spoiled by a lot of the major plot points, so I don't mind.
Okay, so basically, Yugi and Yami have a ceremonial duel that allows Yami to pass into the afterlife, so his soul can finally be at peace.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't live in the Millennium Puzzle anymore. However, Kaiba, in his gigantic ego to constantly hold a grudge, tries to excavate the remains of the Millennium Puzzle with the sole purpose of reassembling it, so that way he can battle Yami again, and just so he can beat him at a card. That's literally the entire. It's Kaiba who wants to resurrect Yami the whole time, and Yugi, while he does miss Yami, does not wish to deprive his friend of his peaceful rest.
Yeah.
Which makes sense, because that actually is for his character development. Like, the whole point of Season 5 is for Yugi to grow as a character by himself, and for him to say, okay, now's the time when you prove that you don't need Yami to help you, or you don't need him to save you. And that's kind of the natural extension of what Dark Side of Dimensions does. And so, Yugi's at peace with the fact that while he wants to see him again, he's okay with letting it go.
Mm-hmm.
So, which I was like, that's actually good. So if under this circumstance, like, just say if Yami ever came back, it's because he chose to. If that's the only way he could come back. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, and essentially, there's a new party involved in this movie. Essentially, one affiliated with what's his name, Shoddy, the one who held the Millennium Key.
Yeah.
Basically, this was what was happening after the pharaoh had already been put to rest, saying, "Hey, you essentially have these powers now. If the pharaoh ever does return, you lose them." So I can't fully explain right now, but that's essentially it. What really the whole story with Shadi's group, it's more just a catalyst for Kaiba, and Kaiba's really more. It's really more of his movie, if anything. Like Dark Side of the Dimension is kind of like the Kaiba movie because he just hams up every scene he's in, and it's kind of amazing.
Interesting.
Like if you want Kaiba to be at his most Kaiba-ness, you watch this. So of a movie, I was like, if we were going to watch, if you want, like you were saying, like, you want to see them do original stuff, this would be the equivalent of saying, hey, here's technically an original take. We take the premise of the end of the season 5, run with it, and then make a natural epilogue to it.
Okay.
So I was like, you know what? At some point, if we ever decide to watch Dark Side of Dimensions, I'd be very curious to see. However, I feel like it would be beneficial for you to at least catch up with with at least you can watch I would say watch seasons 1 through 4, just whatever. You can skip the first half of season 5 and just focus on what is it? I think it's Dawn of the Duel from there on.
Well, man, if it comes to your turn in the rotation, you can do that.
I mean, I've seen the finale. I just didn't see all of season 5.
Yeah. The first half of season 5 doesn't matter. It's really just Dawn of the Duel and onward, which is great, and then goes from there.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to throw in Yu-Gi-Oh in this one because honestly, I would be more curious if Digimon has evolved since then. Just because I know they've been trying to have a little bit of resurgence, or they've been willing to do something that's a little more up over time. And I'm just Solutions coming out soon, or might already be out by the time this comes up. I'm curious to see what they have done.
Mm-hmm.
I apologize for that very, very long-winded bit.
It's all good, man. It's informative.
I was gonna put a rating to the remake of Mewtwo Strikes Back. I would say it is at least fun but flawed.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's perfectly harmless. I'm not going to. I will by tomorrow morning. I was like, you know what, that was okay. I don't feel mad. I don't feel upset, and I don't feel like elated that I saw it. But I was like, I don't feel like I wasted my time, and now I'm okay with that. What about you two? If you had to give a rating for this,
I'd also say it's harmless, but I'm just kind of comparing it to, the original, and it's like, I know it's been a while since they've done it, but I would assume if they have similar, if not more resources, they'd be able to do a better job with just direction. Like, it's just, like you're saying, when you have a sequel, it's like you have certain things to live up to, but like a remake, I feel like there's certain leeway that you can have, and even though they did a few changes I liked, it wasn't enough to say offset me thinking that the original was superior. If I had to rate the original movie, I'd probably give it an 8. And so with that in mind, I'd say strong 6, soft 7, that kind of range, Like, it sounds like I'm really kind of harping on it a lot, but at the end of the day, it's mainly just because I'm comparing it to something that I like. And in isolation, like if I have to pretend the original doesn't exist, we'd be looking at it from that. I'd say 7 for that.
To be fair, Lenny, we're all kind of comparing this to something that we all like. We're just doing it differently.
Right.
What about you, Jalen?
Alrighty. The movie is, and I am. I had no love for it. I had no hate for it. It just is. But people worked hard on it, and that actually does show through. So it gets a 7 in my eyes.
So it seems like we're all pretty much in consensus, just on we're on the same level of consensus. We're just thinking about it differently.
Mhm.
That's right.
I'm completely content with that.
Yep.
But I think we're all in it seems like we're all in agreement. It's like, look, if they decide to do another one in this style, which I'm assuming they're going to do since they went through the effort to create this, then we would prefer if they did an original movie rather than just recreate Pokemon the movie 2000 and or N10.
Yeah. Unquestionably.
What about Jalen? Would you say so?
Yeah, I would say so.
I mean, if anything, considering they use this one as a testing ground, hopefully that means they can from there. Now that they're a little bit more used to it.
Yep.
So who knows, Lenny? In the case of what if they ever got to the point of remaking 3, that means they would be theoretically way more experienced to do that movie and or would take more advantages or risks with that one.
I hope so. Because the gloves will be off for that one, as mentioned before. Like, original movie, do your thing. Pokemon 2000, do your thing. 3 is a special one for me. And it would be much more difficult for me to kind of not have it in that lens, because I consider it very well directed. So it would have to be very well, it would have to make changes I consider to be significant and good, as opposed to just, like, the same but worse.
Mm-hmm.
And I would be eager to see it if it comes out, for the purpose of either being impressed or ripping it apart. I win either way, so all is well.
That's one way of looking at it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess shall we wrap it up for tonight then?
Yeah. Why don't you
Sure.
take us away, Jalen?
Well, we saw Mewtwo, he struck back, he evolved, and it's over. Tune in next time when we watch another random anime thing. Supposedly, I'm Jalen. That's Lenny. That's Perry.
Good night.
See you next time.